Hello, welcome to Sunday's Best. I've been waiting for you. It's been a really last 30 plus days. And so we're going to start sharing tonight as we normally do. And I trust that this information will bless you. It will open your eyes. It will cause you to be awakened to some things that you may not have thought about. All right. So, little recap on last week, Sunday's Best. And I trust that you have had your worship today, you've had a good meal, and that you're ready to just feed the brain, feed the mind a little bit more. And maybe we can call this dessert of some sort. And I just pray that everything is going well for you during this time. So last week we talked about, I talked about my story, how it began, where it began in Kingstree, Williamsburg County, and the Sand Ridge community, being dirt poor and working through that whole process to leave home for higher ground, moved further south, and talked about how my husband and I are both from Kingstree, and how we got married at 17 and 18 years old and took full responsibility for ourselves and for our family. And then I also told you about the leap of faith, where I left a job of 19 years in the insurance industry and got into real estate. And that leap of faith led me to glorious things, needless to say, that I'm still excited about today. And since we were talking about how I got over and how I got to where I am today, we talked about having more than 3.5 decades of real estate experience. And when it comes to your money and when it comes to investing, you need to make sure that you have aligned yourself with the best. And whatever that person lacks, they should be man or woman enough to tell you to seek wise counsel. Hello, Sandra and Mary. Thank you for jumping on. And I hope that you've had a great weekend thus far. All right. And so we talked about the economic collapse of 2009 and how that was caused by a lot of banking industry mistakes in allowing people to get subprime loans. And we discussed what subprime loans were. So I won't go back into all of that. But what we said was the difference between that recession and this one was that this one is a pandemic, because not only is it economic, but it's also health related. And without your health, it doesn't matter. And I always say, without your mind, it doesn't matter what you own. If you don't know who you are, then what you own is of no value to you. And so health and wealth, after this pandemic, I think we will see that health and wealth goes hand in hand. It just goes hand in hand, like peanut butter and jelly, or, things that just definitely go together. Health and wealth, because without good health, you can't spend your money and go the places that you want to go. And so it's good to have both. But when given a choice, choose your health and choose a healthy mind, a healthy mindset. And that is going to be it for what we talked about last week. And so tonight, we are going to go over a few more things. And if you've been following me on Facebook this week, you saw where I reached another very important milestone. I actually broke my record that was set in the business in 2007. In 2007, I sold 11 homes in a single month. And that was a mind-blowing experience then. And this one just kind of sneaked up on me. I knew that I was having a real good July, but I didn't realize how good until it got down to the last week. And I started adding and counting up everything as it was being processed. So I thank God for allowing me. I'm about to celebrate a milestone birthday, and I also broke my own record with 16 units in 1 month. And that was in the sales side. I also had 3 listings that I've forgotten about. So that's a total of 19 units in 1 month. And there are not many people, agents that have been in this business 3.5 decades. And I am so grateful that the Lord has allowed me to set and break a record that I set. So I really appreciate everybody for being loyal, for supporting me through the years, whether you bought something, whether you referred someone to me, whether you took a class, whatever you did. It's because of the goodness of God and the help and support of people like you who are on this call. Hello, Gloria from Florence and Vivian from Atlanta. So I'm just grateful on this Best Sunday's Best. And so what I want to reminisce a little bit about, because once I saw the numbers and once I started thinking back to how it was when I first got in this business, a lot of things came to mind. And so after that post on Facebook, or several posts, because several other people posted it, and I started getting congratulations and well wishes from not only past clients, but people on my Facebook or on my social media that I've never even met other than through social media. But then I also got some well wishers from real estate agents. And so when I started thinking about that, my mind went back to how was it that I got into real estate, and why have I stayed into real estate, and why am I still so passionate after 3.5 decades about this business called real estate. And as you know, my slogan is, it's my business to open doors for you. And so I want to say that in tallying up, I have now opened or helped to open doors for over 2,300 people, over 2,300. And I don't know what else to say other than I am so grateful that God has allowed me to be a minister in the real estate marketplace, because there have been some transactions that we literally, me and my clients, had to pray our way through. We had to see the breakthrough. We had to believe that it was coming. And for over 2,300 people, it happened. It happened. Yes, it did. So when you have to step out on nothing and you land on something, you got to remember where your help came from. All right. So you can't do anything great and have it sustain itself for a long period of time without involving other people. And you know what? It hasn't been always been easy, because let me tell you something, let me share something. And especially if there are any young realtors listening to this video or watching this video or will watch this video, I suggest that you do, because if you've been in business less than 10 years, you haven't seen this recession go around and back around again. And I've been blessed to see that. And so when we talk tonight, the real talk about real estate, if you're in the real estate profession, know this. When I got in the business in 1986, here's what I had to work with. And you know what they say when you're successful? Show me what you're working with. Here's what I had to work with. There were no cell phones, no internet, no computers, no lock boxes to get in and out of homes. You had to take a key across town, bring it back, show the property, arrange with the owner's agent where the key would be. You drove your clients around for about 3 weeks, not knowing whether they even qualified, because it took about 3 weeks to get a credit report back. Imagine that. There were no model homes. There was no internet. There was no fax machines. No emails. Imagine doing business like that and helping people to reach their dream one at a time without having all the things that we have today. So this may be new information for agents that are in the business less than 10 years, and for you who can so easily get on the internet now and see a house from top to bottom. And when I call and say, you know, I'd like to show you the home at 123 Oak Street. And you said, I've already seen it. And I said, I thought you were just starting the process. And then they say, we saw it online. So the world of opportunities in real estate, in investing, has certainly changed, and changed a lot. But what we're going to talk about tonight is, in spite of those changes, why real estate is still one of the best kept secrets. But it's no secret anymore, because if you're listening to Real Talk, I'm going to share with you why me, why real estate, and why now. That's right. Why me, why real estate, and why now. So I know everybody wants to know what's in it for me. So what I'm going to do is say to you that just like we're in another recession right now, a pandemic, and we can't figure it out, we can't change it. Some things you have to embrace and say, what lesson am I to learn from this very encounter? All right. And I think that you will agree with me that over the past 5 months, everybody still needed a place to live. Over the past 5 months, everybody either should have paid rent or did pay rent. Over the past 5 months, you had a home, you had a roof over your head, and if you are a homeowner, you had a mortgage to pay as well. But thank God that you had covering either way, whether you were renting or whether you were owning. And that brings me to this point. No matter where you live on this earth, real estate is relevant. Real estate is necessary, and real estate is important. So if you have not learned anything else out of this recent pandemic, and if you didn't learn anything from 12 years ago, the recession that we had, I want you to learn tonight. I want you to hear. I want you to open your ear gates and hear why I am commissioned. Yes, commissioned to open doors for people like you, and people I haven't even met yet. I'm commissioned to help you. And so when you're commissioned to do a thing, you're equipped. And so why me? Why is it my business to open doors for you? Why did I adopt that slogan? Well, when I got my first set of real estate cards, the company at that time bought the cards for me. And when I got down to about 10 or 12 cards left in the box, I was about to order some more cards, because your card was your gateway then. You know, without the internet, without Facebook, we didn't even have a beeper. Beepers came along in the early 90s. You had to pass out your business card. So in my box of 500 business cards, and I'd already passed out more than 400, more than 475 of the 500. One card in the box fell forward, and on the back of that card, there was a Bible, and there was a globe, a world globe of the world, and it said, and it asked a question: this is the generation that will carry the message, carry the gospel to the world. Will you be one of them? And I went to the print shop, and those of you on the line, bear with me, you may have heard this one before. And the printer said, we didn't put that on your card. I don't even recall us printing a message for anyone with a card that had that on the back. So it had my name and everything on the front, all my the office number and my home phone number, but it had that message on the back. And as I grew to love real estate even more, as I said, it became a ministry, carrying the word or encouraging people. And so, why me? I'm passionate. If you're looking for a real estate agent, we're going to talk about why me, why real estate, and why now. So that involves all of us, because all of us need a place to live. And I'm sharing with you why real estate is the vehicle to help us gain wealth. I'm passionate about real estate, really passionate about it. Always have been passionate about helping people. Number two, I can empathize with you because I came from that one bedroom home in the middle of a cotton field with no running water, no indoor plumbing, reading by the lamplight. And I still love to read, even to this day. I can empathize with you. So the 2,300 plus people that I've helped, I met them just where they were and helped them to get as far as I could, because I was passionate about helping people, and I still am. Number three, I have the knowledge, the experience, the success track record, because I've helped over 2,300 people. That's why. Why me? My husband and I became homeowners at 23 and 24 years old. So as they say, I've been around the block a few times with this thing called real estate. And so I know about some real estate. There may not be a lot of things that I have expertise in, but real estate is one of those things. But I never, ever stop learning. You know why? Because I go back to number one, I'm passionate about it. What you're passionate about will drive you. It'll drive you to great destinations. I love real estate. Number 6, I have experience in helping people in all price points. You know, some things people say, and I don't know if they intend it for harm or whether they're just checking you out. I've heard a few people say, well, I guess you don't have time for my little property. Or I guess you kind of outgrown selling the cookie cutters or the bread and butter. And I quickly correct them because they need to be corrected, because that's not how I feel. I met people where they were, and I helped to elevate them no matter how far up the ladder it was, whether it was in buying a home, whether it was in motivation, inspiration, creating wealth. I know I empathize with you. Number 7, my integrity is never on the clearance rack. Top shelf. I can lose a deal, I can get 2 more. But if I lose my integrity, people don't work with people that they don't love, like, and trust. And they want to know that you have the goods, that you can deliver the goods, that you have the knowledge, that you have the experience to give them what they seek. Number 9, why me? When it comes to real estate, I'll be here long after the Johnny-come-latelys come to town and leave. I live here, I work here, I worship here, and I want to be here to help you, not just to pay for a class and then leave and not know what to do with the knowledge. I want you to be able to apply it. I want to be there to help you to make the journey into creating wealth and to building a legacy and to leaving an inheritance for your children and your children's children. And number 10, I am sincere. I am credible. I am trustworthy. If I tell you I'm going to help you, I'm going to do my best to do just that. And if I can't help you, my goal would not be to hurt you or confuse you. Real talk. I just want to tell you like it is. And so again, what's in it for you? Why real estate? I want to tell you. Real estate makes the world go round. Yes, it does. Everybody needs some. Everybody wants some. Everybody can have some. But it's a process. It's a process. And real estate will always be in demand, as I said before. And you have a couple of things, a couple of ways that you can acquire real estate. Well, more than a couple, but we're going to talk about either you rent or you own. And I know you hear that every time I talk about real estate, but I want you to hear it enough until you get so sick and tired of saying, the next time she says something about it, I'm going to let her know I got a piece of real estate. I own a home. I own rental property. Or I got the message and I'm positioning myself to get into the real estate market. Why real estate? It's been proven to be the choice that wealthy people make in order to make their money work for them. Um, as they say, follow the leader when you see that the leader is producing proven results. And just ask anybody that has acquired wealth, and almost all of them will tell you that they use real estate. Real estate was a part of their portfolio. Number 3, why real estate? Real estate has a proven track record. And yes, it is risky, but it's even riskier not to even try. All right? So real estate is worth the risk. But before you take that leap, get serious. Be serious. Be serious and committed enough to learn all you can about what you're about to get into. And like I said, why me? Why real estate? Real estate leaves clues, success clues. Real estate is the number one way to create passive income. And it's probably very close up there with network marketing. Residual income, passive income is real estate. Residual income is network marketing. And both of them are really operated, both of them are businesses. Okay? And so you don't have to go to school to get a degree to do either one of them. But in network marketing and real estate, more and more millionaires are being created, even in the pandemic, in those two businesses. So you got to know your business. You got to mind your own business. I've got a LLC. One of them is called MYB, Mind Your Own Business. And that's what you got to do. You got to study so that you don't have to believe everything that I say or what anyone else says. You can study, and then you'll know. If you don't know it 100%, you'll know whether they're telling you to go in the right direction. And why is real estate so good? Because real estate allows you to leverage your time. And you hear that a lot. You can't purchase any more time. Everyone on this video, listening to this video, watching this video, has the same amount of time. And one of my coaches told me, you need to divide your time up into 3 sets of 8 and work your 8. You know, we're used to saying, I work 8 hours, but that's not all you're accountable for. Which 8 hours are you going to work for somebody else? Which 8 hours are you going to sleep? And which 8 hours are you going to work on you? When the word says that you should be prosperous, and when the word says that God has a plan for you, and when the word says write the vision and make it plain, that's real talk. You can count on that. But if you don't take the time to write your goals down or to do any of the things that we're talking about to gain knowledge, then your plan that has been laid out for you, you may not even get to walk in it. It's sitting up there waiting on you, but you got to equip yourself. You got to position yourself to prosper. And so real estate allows you to leverage your time. You can be working for somebody else 9 to 5 and have your money working for you. And that's where rental income becomes very, very real. Now, the last one is why now? Why me? Why choose an expert? Why choose a trusted authority? Why choose a person with integrity? Why choose a person that has your interests at heart? It's important. Why real estate? It's important because it works. And the more you work it, the better it works. So why now? Why now? We've always needed a place to live. Well, guess what? For some of us, it's getting late in the day. And you won't be able to work forever. You want to retire and not be too tired to relax. Not be too tired thinking where you're going to get your next, when your next check is coming in. That's not retirement. All right? So why now? Whether it's getting late in the evening, whether you're getting closer to those golden years, because I know I got a big birthday coming up. So it causes you to think a little bit differently. But not only think differently, but you got to act differently. It's okay to have lip service, but it's better to put your money where your mouth is. All right? And so why now? If not now, when? When? Last week we talked about when our parents had the money conversation, they said, go in the room. It's grown folks' business. You know? But I've had people in my life that have always told me, never spend everything you get. Never spend everything you get. Don't do everything you're big enough to do. And that's some sound advice, even to carry over into your golden years. And so, if not now, when? But if you got it made, if you got it like that, and you don't need any more money, your money will outlive you, well, praise the Lord for that. Then you ought to be able to help me teach some other people how you got over, okay? And I think the time is now because there's no more job security. And I think I can get everybody on this call to attest to that. No more job security. Even if your job is secure, I'll bet you, if you know 100 people, I'll bet you there are at least 80% of them that now know that their job is no longer a security blanket. Number 3, government bailouts are not promised. That's why the time is now to get your house in order. The last 2 recessions over the past 12 years, it's been a wake-up call. A wake-up call. You know how you're tired, you worked, you traveled, you get to the hotel, and then you say, we might need a wake-up call. I know there are times when you want to make it to the airport on time, but you may not normally set an alarm, but these are alarming times. These are the times that try men's soul, okay? So this pandemic is a wake-up call for health and wealth. Number 5, why now? Opportunity knocks. Prepare now. Number 6, financial crisis causes you to choose to take a side. Either you go down fighting or you fight and you go up. So you know what time it is. You don't want to give up. You don't want to let up. Don't quit. Just the time is now to put something else into action if what you've been doing has not been working. Number 7, the waves will come in. So be ready. Study, get education, make a plan, self-development, get you some affirmations. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I know I can. I got this. And repeat them every single day until you reach your level or until you are passionate about something that can create a second stream of income. Number 8, find the right people, right place, right plan, and let them open the door for you. Let them show you the way. Let them help you. Number 9, embrace change. Things may never be as we thought they were before. So, do you want to go to your grave with your goodness and your gifts still unwrapped, untapped, and then you blame it on it was the pandemic? That's why, I mean, just like with the talents, why one person buried theirs, the other person used them to make more. You don't want to have to give that explanation, because remember, excuses don't excuse. They just delay and procrastinate what the inevitable will be. So the last thing I want to tell you tonight is I told you my story about real estate, what it was and what it wasn't, and how those that are in here now, in the business now, how you don't realize the things that you couldn't do when I got in the business. I'm going to read you a little something, and then I'm going to wrap it up in about 2-3 minutes. Real estate is my second career, and I had to give up something to get something. So I gave up a 19-year experience and job security. And I guess I could say I kind of got pushed into it because I was told that I could not go any higher because I didn't have a degree. All right. So sometimes what's meant to harm you actually helps you. What's meant to keep you down actually elevates you. And I love that part of it, because what God has for you is for you. But you first have to realize that you have more to offer, and take yourself and take your skills and take your experience off the clearance rack. It's not time for that kind of sale. What you got is more powerful, more important, and more successful than to just throw yourself on the clearance rack. All right. So when I got into the business in 1986, I just want to share a couple of things that that when I thought over the weekend about being in business 3.5 decades. When I got into the real estate business, there weren't many people like me in the business. Now there's a lot of people in real estate, all different races and nationalities. But when you are a pioneer in a field, when you have to blaze your own trail, when you don't have a coach, and when you don't have a mentor, your experience counts even more. So while I am so very grateful for all that I've been allowed to accomplish, the road wasn't easy. Nobody said it would be. But hindsight, it was very much worth it. Being able to reach out to over 2,300 people, either on the buyer side or the selling side, being able to help investors say, I was able to give my son the down payment on his home I was able to pay off some student loans so that my daughter could qualify. I'm now able to retire because we have bought investment property. We have gone to your boot camps. You have held our hands. You have been there for us to consult when we thought we couldn't do it. And these people over the past couple of days have reached out to me. I'm so grateful. Mission minded. I am commissioned to open doors. I love opening doors and helping other people. So the last thing that I want to say is follow me over the next couple of weeks for some what I call coming next. I will be teaching online courses to new agents who want to learn how to make their first million. I will be teaching investors how to buy their first piece of real estate. Corona has slowed down or it has caused us to take a different route. But Making House Money Boot Camp is not going out of style, and it's not going away. We're just going to do it a different way. So count on learning how to create a better way for you and your family from the boot camp, from online courses that I will be offering, and I will teach you how to create wealth while you're working at 9 to 5. It may not be the safest thing, but if it's all you got right now, until you can get your feet wet in this business called real estate, do your best at that job. You don't want to lose it. You want to keep it until you can walk away and know that you have a better plan. And so all of this is designed, my next is designed to help you avoid the potholes in life. All right. So if your thing is not real estate, I'm not one dimensional. If you want to be coached and you want to become better, follow me. And again, I appreciate your time. And I am going to see if anybody has any questions. Thank you, Rhonda Porter, for getting on. Diane Jackson. I think it's Shamika Clark Chapman, Craig Askew. And Diane says, I'm an August baby as well. Well, you know us Leos, you know how we are. And Chad, thank you for getting on. And Chad is out of Charlotte. And Craig is out of Charleston, South Carolina. Andrea McCoy is in Columbia, looking forward to when we can do the boot camp. Mary is in Windsor, Connecticut. And I just thank all of you for getting on tonight. And I hope that something I said will cause the passion to burn even hotter in your life. Get on fire for what fires you up. Know what sets you off and what sets you up. Know what ticks you off and know what time it is when the clock is ticking. So don't miss any opportunities. I encourage you, do what you love and you can make money. Do what you love and you will do it. And as I said, I'm 3.5 decades into this real estate thing and I'm still loving it. And I'm looking forward to my birthday later on this month. And quite frankly, I don't know, if it wasn't for that was meant for my bad, I wouldn't have this, which is working for my good. And it's working because of people like you who are on this line and on this, watching this video. And I appreciate you so much. And I am so grateful to be in a position to serve, to teach, and to inspire, and to encourage, and to share. So have a good night. Have a good life. In fact, have $1 million life. Good night.